Hello, everyone. My name is Mrs. Arlano. I am your math teacher this year, although for many of you, this is the second year you have had me because this is Math 2. If you are if you are a freshman in Math 2, way to go, good for you. I hope you don't find that intimidating, and if you are a sophomore in Math 2, way to go, good for you. Awesome. We love Math 2. Okay. Sorry. So, I wanted to give you guys a little tour of my site, just to make sure that everyone understands where everything is and we're not getting confused. So this is my home page that the district will have up and running with all the other teachers' home pages. They all should look fairly similar. I am going to be utilizing a lot of drop-down menus, so if you can't find something specific, look for these little arrows in the corners because I'm trying to conserve some space so that no one has to be scrolling forever and ever and ever to find something. So for example, here's my class schedule. If you are remote and you want to know what time your class is, I am going to add some times off to the side here. Or if you are just at home wondering what does she have third hour? Can I pop in her room third hour and ask her a question? Ooh, probably not because she has Algebra 1. And here I will have some announcements. I only have the one right now, that the first day of school is coming up, but I'll post all sorts of things. Like back in February, I was posting that my due date was coming up soon because I just had my second baby, stuff like that. So then I have my Google Sites for my individual classes. So you guys are Math 2. So I'll click on that in a second. I'll show you that in a minute. My contact information is here. Honestly, email is the best way to get a hold of me. I have my email attached to my phone, so it's super easy to respond from there. My office hours, I do have a toddler and a 6-month-old at home, so it's challenging for me to be able to stay after school late because I have to usually pick them up from daycare. But I am here pretty early because I try to leave the house before they wake up. And but if you absolutely need something after school, absolutely just talk to me and we'll figure out a time and I will work something out. If you're curious to know a little bit more information about me, I have that right here in this drop-down menu. And then, of course, you have to have a meme from your favorite show, The Office. So another thing that is on this home page that I'm going to have on your math site as well is this resources and help tab. Now, I understand math is usually the one subject that I hear the most that people find it hard to study for. They don't know how to study for tests. They don't know how to get better at it, really. It's kind of assumed that you're either good or bad at math. That is absolutely not true. Math is a skill like any other skill that with practice and an open mind you can get better at, just like walking or basketball or art even, all things that you can just get better at. It's okay. If, however, you would like some pinpointed tips, these are my suggestions for ways that you can improve both your math understanding, your math skill, and at the same time likely improve your grade in my class. Anyway, I will also have this on your personal class site as well, hopefully with more pinpointed things geared toward the Math 2 units. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump to your site. So I'm going to click on this Math 2 button. This is the site. I would really recommend bookmarking it using this star up here. I already have it bookmarked. And mine are all saved. My sites are saved under my Math Resources tab. But maybe you want to just have them out and about so you can always click on them easier, or if you do a drop-down menu for like all your classes, you can do that. But this is what your Math 2 site should look like. It's not 100% finished, but it is looking pretty snazzy, if I don't say so myself. Sorry, I'm a little proud of this site. Where was I going? Right. So your very first assignment you will have is to get a signature of sorts on the syllabus for the class from your parent or guardian. So I'm not going to click on it because it's going to take it to an editable version of the assignment, but it's just a Google form where I ask to make sure that you understand and have read everything in the syllabus. And just have you fill that out once and send it in and you're good to go. So I put that right there just so it didn't get lost in the shuffle. There will be announcements here, which it will include a link to the Google Meets. So if you are a remote learner or if you are homesick, that you can watch the class live, and that link will always be here that you can just tune into class. You're like, oh, look, it's 10:30. It's time for math. I'm going to jump on that and watch my class. I will also have, hopefully I will be better at keeping this updated. I will have a list of what we're going to do each day in class. So if you are if you will meet with me Tuesday, Thursday, because I have you whatever given hour, you'll click on those days. If I meet with you on Wednesday, Fridays, you can look on it there. So you can see exactly what we covered, what you have to do, and when the video is going to expire. Okay. Also, I have more general information down here. Is a link to my syllabus, my email address. Again, all of your students should also just be able to, when you go to your email, just start typing in my last name, and it should pop up in their Gmail account. Quick description of the course. It is a math course, but if you have more questions about it, let me know. Then at the top, I have a couple more tabs. First off is, again, that class resources tab. I'm going to mimic what was in the resources tab on my home page and hopefully include some more things. I'm also planning this year for each unit we cover to have a list of every topic that we covered, like with the specific names and terms, the more math-related terms, so that it's easy for you to even look up another video on YouTube on your own. Because let's say it's 10 p.m. the night before the test and you're like, shoot, there was just this one other thing I didn't understand and it's a little too late to email Mrs. Arlano. So I'm giving you some help in how to research that stuff on your own and best ways to get prepared for this test. Here are the lists of all the units that we will be covering this year. If you actually click on the tab at the top, instead of just hovering over it, I split them into each semester, and you could click on any one of these links and it will take you to that specific page. Alternatively, you could just hover over the units and assignments tab and go click on the page. So this is our unit 1. We will have like a short review unit where we just cover some basic skills that are going to be really helpful moving into the first unit. On the left, we have all the note pages, and on the right, we have the homework assignments. Now, day 1, or if you're a remote learner a couple days before school, I will have hard copies available for you to take. I know it's going to be a lot, but I'm intending to hand out the entire semester's worth of notes and homework on the first day of school, just on the off chance that we go remote, by day 2. So that will be available if you are a person who prefers to have your own hard copies and you don't have a printer at home. That's available to you. Otherwise, if you're like, you know what, I really like doing the digital stuff, I want to just upload my stuff to Kami and write on it and then turn it back in, that's absolutely fine. These are all the note pages. So if you click on that, it'll bring you to this Google Doc, which you could then make your own copy. Some of them are Google Docs, some of them are PDFs, the note pages, and you could save them all yourself. You could even just have your own notebook and loose leaf paper and take your own notes if you prefer to do that. You're more than welcome to do that as well. I will not, in the past, I've done binder checks. I will not really be fixating on those as much this year because we cannot keep binders in the classroom anyway. And then the assignments tab, everyone is going to click on these tabs to turn in their homework, whether you are remote or in class. So I'm reluctant to click on one now because I think it'll just take it to an editable version because I created it, but I'll see what happens. So I'm using what's called Google Assignments. So when you click on it, it will look a little different for you because this is an assignment I created, but it'll tell you how many points, what the due date is when I set the due date, and there is a file attached which has the actual worksheet. Okay, so I'll show you, for example, what this worksheet is. This is your first assignment in Unit 1. So, and there will be instructions, mine are right here. So it says to use the exponent multiplication rule to simplify each expression, write on the document using Kami and resubmit it. So that's one option. You could either download this, you could open it with Kami and write on it and then resubmit the new written on document. If you have your own hard copy though, you could also just upload a picture of that. You can upload pictures, you can upload PDFs. Google Docs. There's plenty of things you can upload, and then you will submit it. So it's kind of like Google Classroom submitting assignments in there, but you just have to click on this link that's right here in the site. So all of the assignments are here. I'm trying to minimize how much paper is getting passed back between me and my students. So even if you are an in-class learner, joining me Monday morning, you will be turning in your assignments here. Okay. For those of you that had Math 1 with me last year, you know that my class, for the most part, is a flipped classroom. This means that for the most part, we spend class time working on these things, assignments, and getting extra help, answering questions. And your assignment or your homework, essentially, is to watch these videos with your notes. So if you see, everything's numbered. So there's note page 103, and then there is video 103. Now all my videos are on YouTube this year now instead of just out of my drive. It's on my own school channel, so it's private, but also I can see how many people are actually watching the videos because there's a view count. So don't be lying about whether you're watching it or not. If you scroll past all the videos, then at the bottom I have chapter resources, and this doesn't scroll any further because I haven't added anything to it yet, but this will include review pages, and when we get there, hopefully it will include links to quizzes and tests. I'm trying very hard to figure out a way to get my quizzes and tests online, so again, we are able to reduce how much paper is changing hands here. Okay, so that's what every single unit page will look like. You'll have your notes and assignments first, and then you'll have the videos, and then the chapter resources. So I think that should be all I need to share with you. And again, so if you happen to be sick or you are a remote learner, you can look on what we are doing in class. So this is the first day of school. You're going to find your seats. I will unfortunately have to assign seats to keep everyone spaced out. I don't normally assign seats unless it's necessary for other reasons. We're going to discuss our syllabus. If you are not watching this video, I'm going to give everyone a tour of the class site and hand out the big stacks of units that I have printed out. And so I will try to update this weekly thing every week, hopefully by Friday or at the very latest Monday morning. So please, 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 if you have questions, you can't find something or something is not working for you, please let me know. You're more than welcome to click on an assignment tab and see what it looks like when you log into it. And if you can turn something in, it might ask you to join the class, and that's fine. I will figure all that out on Monday. And if you have any questions, please email me. Or if you have suggestions like, hey, this part of your site is a little hard to work with, could you change it? I'm more than happy to do so.